is Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 21 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from the Salvation Army, we have Major Mike Lutcher joining us here this morning. Morning, sir. How you doing today?
Good morning. Good morning, Roswell.
So, are you new to this area? Like, did you just get assigned here, or have you been here for a little bit?
No, we just were assigned here. We've been here for 4 months.
Okay.
So
you replaced the past administration that was holding the fort down here at the Salvation Army headquarters.
Yes, that's true.
There you go. So I'm curious. Did you have any? Have you ever been to New Mexico or this part of the world before coming here 4 months ago, or is this first time?
Never been to New Mexico. Never. First time in the Southwest area. Most of our experience within the last 23 years have been mostly Hawaii and Pacific Islands.
Oh.
We were there for 13 years.
So you're used to tropical. Now you got desert.
Yeah, but it's better than the upstate New York weather.
I was about to say, yes, I can attest to that. We were just talking in the break here, and that's where he's from upstate New York originally. My father's side of the family's from upstate New York as well. So a little comparing and contrast in there. But one thing we can agree on is, they'll get snow. I don't know. This November, December, and then they just usually stays around until about March. So,
oh yes, I am so thankful to be in Roswell.
Yes.
So thankful.
Although every once in a while we get snow, and matter of fact, what was it, 2015? We got winter storm, what we call Winter Storm Goliath, and we got like 22 inches of snow here. And we didn't know what to do with that. We get 2 inches, we don't know what to do with that. And 22, we really didn't know what to do with that.
Well, I'm definitely not bringing it with me from New York. So,
very good. So how long have you been a part of the Salvation Army?
we've been officers, which in layman terms, we've been the ministers, my wife and I, for the Salvation Army for just a little over 20 years.
Okay. So do you guys work as a team here to kind of run the facility here in Roswell?
Oh, yes.
Very cool. Well, that's got to be at least a fun part. You get to do it with your spouse every day.
It is. It's different. It's different than other, faith-based churches or organizations. The Salvation Army both ordains the husband and the wife because if there's, for instance, people who are very, they don't want to talk to a man. Mm-hmm. Well, my wife is ordained, and she can take up the reins. And
gotcha. So people feel more comfortable kind of sharing their problems or issues with, and then you've got them. Here it is, no problem.
Yep,
Very
and
cool.
she also speaks the Word of God, so a lot of times she's more fluent than I am.
She's probably the better, when you need some mentoring, she's probably better than I am at it.
Yeah.
But that's what I love about Salvation Army because they'll always help physically what the needs are, whether you need the lights turned on or the heat working or you need some blankets or whatever it is. Salvation Army is always I know in the past fans have been a popular thing here during the warmer months to pass out free fans. People donate fans and you guys would turn around and give them away as fast as you get them, I think. And not only does the Salvation Army do that side of thing to help with the physical needs there, but that spiritual side, saying, what's going on in your life? How do we get here? How can we get to a point where you don't need our services? You can do this on your own, or you can do this with a proper support system and things like that. And Salvation Army really goes to help that side. So it's more of not just putting the Band-Aid on the wound here, but try to actually treat and heal that wound.
Yes.
That's what and obviously, as you said, it's all faith-based here, which I've always found that whatever program, whether it's like a rehab and a drug or alcohol or something more like Salvation Army, I always know that whenever that organization is faith-based, you can look at their success rates, and it's usually 10 times higher than things that aren't faith-based. I'm just making an observation here. They work. So that's what I really love about Salvation Army is that side of it, that fixing the whole problem, not just putting the quick fix on something like that.
Yeah, and many people don't know this. We've actually been in Roswell since January 1900.
Oh, wow.
And so,
not the same building, I hope.
No. No, not
they've upgraded over the years.
Definitely not the same people and the same buildings. But the ministry looks a little bit different. But to know that we've been here for almost 123 years coming up, we want to continue that.
Absolutely. Well, and obviously most people think Salvation Army and we think bell ringers and the holidays. And absolutely, that, to be honest, that campaign is most of the reason you guys can do what you do each and every single year. I'm guessing that's probably your biggest, is the kettle campaign. Is the biggest campaign that Salvation Army does to raise funds. They obviously get funds through other donations in other ways, but that's the one everybody knows. And so, and of course, I'm sure you guys will be here in just a few short weeks, actually.
Yeah.
Start showing up on in front of storefronts and things, doing your thing here. So hopefully, if you start seeing the kettles out there, please, put some money in there. And I imagine this is the time of year you're probably looking for volunteers as well, too.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Yep. Volunteers for our Angel Tree program, where we're asking people to donate new toys for children ages 0 to 12.
Okay.
And, we have distribution, so we need volunteers for that day. Of course, volunteers for kettles, so they can call our main office, and I can make sure that our listeners can know that number and what to call and try to organize that.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely want to, people reach out, volunteer, get involved. That's something that you can come on over if you want and sit and hang out. Go ahead. You come on in. How are you doing today?
Sorry, I'm doing good. I thought it was 9.
Oh, that's all right. Well, we got her going here. So we were just kind of talking a little bit about what's coming up here and the need for volunteers and talking about the needing of new toys right now.
Yeah.
That's a big one. If you can, and don't forget Unwrapped, because they need to know if it's appropriate for a girl or boy, if it's an older or something that's more like a toddler or something like that. But if you can want to donate, this is now the time to maybe start collecting those as you're hitting the stores here, doing your own shopping, and maybe pick up an extra toy or two and drop it off at the Salvation Army if you be so kind. That would be a good thing.
Yes.
And but I imagine, because you guys help with any other way, can people drop off other items too, or are you just looking for toys right now? If people have like clothing or blankets or any of these types of, can you guys accept that, or would that be best to give to somebody else?
No,
you'll take it. Okay.
We'll
I didn't know. We have a lot of great organizations that need help. I didn't know if that was something you guys could take too, or
most donations should go directly to our thrift store.
Okay,
which is off Chisholm, close to Chisholm in Maine. And that would be the best place. And our food bank is right behind the thrift store.
Okay.
So
if you want to drop off canned goods and non-perishables.
Yes, canned goods. And then if there's something that should go to the food bank that shouldn't belong to the thrift store, they can easily transfer it over to the next building.
Yeah, they'll find the place it needs to go and get to the people that need it.
Yes.
And of course that those places stay open because of the generosity of the community. I mean, yeah, you guys work hard to try to reach out and meet the needs of that, but at the end of the day, without people donating and volunteering, there wouldn't be anything in those stores to give to people in need. So, and I know we're getting into the holiday season where demand goes way up.
Yes.
And but your need also goes way up. That's the other thing. So please, I know there's going to be inundated with a lot of people asking for food and for various things. Please support as many as you can, but think of the Salvation Army. If you're kind of like, I don't know who else to give, Salvation Army is going to make sure that it gets to the people that need it. And like you said, you've been here in Roswell for 100 years. If that's not a testament to think they're going to, be here tomorrow. Yeah, they're going to be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
Put it this way, long after we're off this earth, the Salvation Army is going to be here doing what they do. The next generations are doing it. So you can rest assured that everything you donate, everything that you contribute will be used here locally for folks in need. So it's just a great, it's just what they do. And I'm just ballpark curiosity on average. How many people are coming through the doors on a given day just looking for needs, things that they, just guesstimate. I know it's not something you can really.
Wow! When you talk about individuals, when you think about our food bank where we give out emergency food boxes and commodities for seniors. And then that doesn't include people who come in for utility assistance or just any type of assistance, even if it's a spiritual need.
Yeah.
I would say per week, it's well over 100 people, anywhere from 100 to 200 people, depending on how many's in the family.
That's a lot.
And yeah, so when there's constantly food coming in, food going out.
And I imagine that demand has increased over the last couple of years with COVID, with the world we live in. People are more in need in recent months and years here than probably in previous years here. So I imagine your role has grown pretty. I mean, I know you've been here since just 4 months now, but I imagine in the last couple of years here, and that's probably across the board for Salvation Army. That's not unique to Roswell. That's something that's across the board.
Yeah, and I don't think it's only unique to the Salvation Army. I think it's unique to any nonprofit or church that is trying to supply the need for our community.
Absolutely. And so for folks that can, please, if you can help, because unfortunately, the need does not decline. There's always going to be folks in need here, and it would be awesome to say that the Salvation Army has nothing to do because everybody's taken care of, but I realistically don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. So please, when we get in this holiday season, volunteer. Come volunteer to be a part of things. If time is not something you have a lot of, then maybe donate food or clothing or money, whatever monetarily, whatever the needs are, the money always is good because that can kind of fill the void, whatever the void is, regardless of whether it's, you need more toys or you need more canned goods or whatever it is.
Yeah. And for the community, we have two unique opportunities coming up. Next Saturday, the 12th.
Okay.
It's the second Tuesday of every month.
Okay.
We have a buffet breakfast.
Nice.
It used to be called a pancake breakfast, but it's a buffet breakfast fundraiser.
Okay.
And it's held at our main office, which is on 612 West College Boulevard.
Okay.
It's from 7 to 11.
Okay.
Next Saturday, the 12th.
All right.
But then next month, it's every second Saturday.
So just kind of mark it on your calendar, the second Saturday of each month.
It's $7 for adults, and I believe it's $4 for children.
Oh, wow.
And certain age, like I don't remember if it's 3 and under, they're free.
Oh, wow.
But we make sure it's cost effective and
it's a buffet.
Yeah, it's a buffet.
Yeah.
It's not just pancakes.
Yeah.
It's pancakes, waffles, sausage, bacon.
So if you
gravy.
leave hungry, you just did it way wrong, and you need to learn how to work a buffet.
That's right.
I'll be happy to teach you, by the way. Every skill set a person should have is how to work a buffet. But
and then coming into the holidays, we also have the Thanksgiving, and the biggest need, because we do the Meals on Wheels for the Joy Center on that day, so their employees can take that day off.
You give them a little break on that day.
Yeah, so the Salvation Army does it for that day, and we deliver between 300 and 400 meals. And then this year, we're providing to-go meals for anybody who's in need, whether they be homeless or just want a Thanksgiving meal.
Sure.
They can come at a specific time that morning.
And we'll feed you.
And we'll give you a to-go meal.
Awesome.
Yep.
That's great. And but it takes a lot of volunteers to make these things happen. So if there's people that are interested in do it as a family, I hope we still get that sometimes, where especially around the holidays, where parents will bring maybe their children that are like middle school or like 5th or 6th grade, and they want to, show them the appreciation for what they have. And so let's go work at Salvation Army or go work at some place and use it as a teachable moment for their kids.
Right.
And hopefully at the same time, it gets the kids the bug of wanting to give and help and do that too. So
and the biggest need for families is for Thanksgiving is for the families to come in. We have it set for 9:45 a.m. Thanksgiving morning.
Okay.
And we're going to need people to deliver the food they're basically people who are shut in, can't get out, and we're delivering the meals to them.
And generally, when you do things like this, it's not also, I mean, yes, you're delivering the food to these people that can't get to, but you're also serving as a bit of a social person, because usually the shut-ins and things don't get a lot of visitors and things. Some probably won't want to talk to you at all, but then there's some others that, you might be the highlight of their day, and you spend a few minutes and sit and chat and visit and And then while you're doing that, you can make sure that the rest of their needs are being taken care of as well too. But some you're just there for the support, the humanity of just contacting and talking and spending time with a person. That sometimes is as important as the turkey and the dressing that's sitting in that box there. So if you love that, if you love meeting people and talking with people, and you've never done something like this, then come out and volunteer to donate to deliver meals. I've done it a bunch of times through various organizations, and a lot of times it's just sitting and visiting with these folks, and by the time you leave, you made a friend sometimes, and you're kind of like, all right, let's go catch lunch later, and something like that. So it is pretty neat. So I think use this as an opportunity. Expose your younger family members to get and volunteer together as a family, or just do it as a couple, do it individually. Doesn't matter. Just get as many folks out there to donate toys, to roll up their sleeves and help deliver meals or prepare the food, or because I imagine that all this food don't get cooked by itself, does it?
No, it's all, we have it set up. It's all cooked by volunteers.
They all do it?
Yep. So they come to our facility.
So we need some more of those volunteers to help cook too, I imagine too.
Yeah.
So
Mark Granato is, been around for probably longer than I've been an officer in the Salvation Army and volunteering for over close to 20 to 30 years.
Yeah.
And to have him lead this, it's just unbelievable that he's able to do that.
And Bart, you've seen our area and stuff. You kind of know what you see on a daily basis there. And yes, what Mike's saying here, talking about the need and all that, but from your perspective, you've been volunteering and working with the Salvation Army for a while now.
Since 82.
82, so a little while.
A little while.
That was a good year for Salvation. That was a good vintage year for Salvation. I'm just kidding. But I mean, so you probably are a little more plugged in on the specific needs of Roswell and what you guys see on a daily basis.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike's been here 4 months. He's probably getting a clue, but 82 is a little bit more wisdom there on that one.
I think we're doing a couple things that are unique. One is on Sundays. We do a breakfast for the homeless.
Okay.
And they come to the Corps.
Okay.
And we feed them. And, again, Mark cooks. Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Mark cooks a ton of food, and they come in. We do a short devotion, little Sunday school thing. And in the beginning, they kind of go, okay, I'm going to eat. I don't want to talk about Jesus, and they just kind of buzz out. But as time goes on, more people start staying, and that's pretty exciting.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, it's in some cases you're not going to help them overnight.
Yeah,
you're going to it's one day at a time, one chipping away, because I would guess, especially with your homeless population, you're dealing with a lot of mental health there. Whether it's and depending on each individual, they might be trying to self-medicate. Which the dangers that comes with that.
Absolutely.
But of course, it could be just they're homeless because they don't want to be around people. It's not always about finances. Sometimes that's just due to what's happened in their lives and how they view the world. They prefer to be on their own, out in the elements. And they don't want religion. They don't want, but you kind of take chips away at that armor, and you come in one Saturday. It's like, hey, how you doing? Come on, have a meal. Don't talk to me about Jesus. No problem. Enjoy your eggs. We'll see you next week. And then they come in. Don't talk. All right. And then one day, you say your prayer, and something's going to and I imagine it's kind of like that, isn't it? It's a lot of each week, because you probably have a bunch of people you see on a regular basis.
We get what, 60 people? I'd say right around 60 people that come every Sunday, and if there's people out there that have a need, you're more than welcome to come Sunday.
Yeah.
We open it at 8:30.
Okay.
And it's just really a cool thing.
Yeah.
I'm
curious. What's I know we're talking about volunteers, but what's the path if someone's looking for careers in Salvation Army? How does that happen? Is it joining like the military where you got to kind of enlist in all of that, or is it a little bit different?
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, basic is really, really tough.
You're gonna have salvation whether you want it or not.
Yes, in a sense, it is that way because we sort of use a quasi-military, with all of our titles and
ranks and chain of command and all of that, and some of the protocols and procedures run similarly.
Yeah.
I'm guessing,
Yes. So in order to become an officer like I am, you do need to become a member of the Salvation Army, and learn what it means to become a soldier, and that's where it becomes the basic.
A soldier for God, as
soldier
opposed
for God.
a soldier for the United States Army or cert nation here. Yeah, like some of us have too. But I imagine there's probably a lot of military veterans that go on to become Salvation Army Army members as well too.
I think so, and it's a lot of things that the Salvation Army does in order to be prepared and ready. They train us that way.
Sure.
And so it really pulls in those who are in the military. Oh, I like this because this is the way I was trained in
that
the
same
real military.
mindset of mobilization and execution and treating everything like a mission. We got a mission to do this today, and that's a very military mindset. And the Salvation Army has adopted that same style.
And does it mean we're 100% ready? No, not in certain specific areas, but we do our best, and when we're called upon, we go.
Well, how much marching do you do? That's kind of a curious, because that was one of those aspects I wasn't a big fan of in the military, about the marching and drill. I didn't need any of that. You guys do a lot of drill?
No.
Okay,
good. It's not that type of
good
military.
I'm just trying to recruit here because I'm sure some people. Yeah, if I can get out of the drill part of it, I don't want to do without it. So I just want to make sure there's no drilling for the Salvation Army.
I would say our drilling is more the spirituality.
Gotcha.
What do we believe in?
That doesn't give me shin splints, so I'm okay with that.
And in larger cities, the cores, which are the church, have bands.
Okay.
And what they will do is once a year, from Sacramento all the way into San Francisco, they literally march. With the band,
gotcha.
Play music. People follow them. They go to the Chinese. They go to the Chinese Corps. They go down to the basement, and they get to pig out on some of the best food you've ever tasted.
Nice.
But when the general started all of this, they literally went into bars with a tambourine.
Nice.
And they would. It's not that they were being aggressive. It's that they were following the teachings of Jesus that said, you
got to go where the sinners are.
That's it. That's it. We don't do that quite so much anymore,
but there is an element of that in the Salvation Army
absolutely.
too. That's part of it. But you're talking about the bands and all that stuff, and that's kind of the prestigious part. When we talk about the Salvation Army bands and things like that too. That's the shine part that gets the ability to do the nuts and bolts work that of the Lord here is doing that. I love it.
Until you march 4 miles and you find out that you get to carry the bass drum.
Yeah. Well, thank goodness I don't have no knowledge of how to play an instrument. No one's going to ask me to do any kind of music playing in a band because they'll kindly say, "Yeah, we don't need you. Thank you." There's this one guy that's off key every time. It's me. But I was curious. So would one just go like online and start the process, and do they, if there's someone out there saying, I want to serve, maybe I don't want to be an ordained minister, but you know what, Salvation Army sounds like that path where I can kind of do a little bit of both here and kind of be the minister side, but at the same time be that coordinator during times of need and things like that. So. Is it just a matter of the website, or can they come down and talk to you and start that process?
The best is to come down and talk with me.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, just so they understand.
Yeah. I just think,
especially if they're local here within Chavez County or a couple counties that we may have a support service.
Because I imagine you're always looking for new folks that are ready to kind of put on the uniform and serve here.
Yeah, and I have an open door policy, so anybody coming to my office will see my office door is open all the time.
Hence the open door policy.
That's it.
But and then of course now I'm guessing, what's the best way to kind of, because I know you guys have social media, so you can, I just type Salvation Army Roswell in Facebook, and that takes me right to the page and all that. That's probably, is that what it's titled? I don't even remember, but that gets you there, I know.
Yeah.
And that way you can like and follow, stay up to date on events that are upcoming. If you have questions about where to donate, how to donate, when you can donate, times, things like that. That's a great resource for information like that.
And everything should be uploaded to our Facebook page.
Okay.
If you, like you said, you type in the Salvation Army Roswell.
Mm-hmm. Maybe throw the NM in. Otherwise, you'll learn what the Georgia Roswell.
True.
Which is fine. But
so by next week, we're hoping to have all this information that I shared on the site, so people can see what's going on.
Absolutely. Yeah. Go ahead, Bart.
Just really, really quick. We're going to start the golf tournament up again.
Oh, good.
Yeah. We don't have dates yet.
Okay. What do you have a time frame?
It's sometime between May and June.
Okay, so looking early summer, late spring.
It depends on going to NIMI, finding out what their schedule is, what is Spring River's schedule, what's the country club schedule.
I know from experience, get on there early because they have golf tourney season.
Yeah,
and it's pretty much when the weather's nice in Roswell.
Yeah.
And every weekend we have enough and it's great because we have a lot of great organizations that are doing great things in our community, but they do fill up the calendar pretty fast.
They really do.
On both golf courses. It's
on all three.
On all three. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the country club too is getting filled up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, great. That's
but
a good thing.
We're going to do a 3-person, and the reason we do a 3-person is that way nobody has the need to take an extra mulligan or two.
Okay.
Not.
Although that's a great way to make money.
Yeah.
You sell them mulligans, y'all clean up.
Yeah. So on the golf tournament stuff, it's in the infancy.
Okay.
But if they have questions about it, it's okay if I give my phone number?
For the golf tournament?
For the golf tournament? Yeah.
Okay.
So for the golf tournament specifically, it's 575-416-0881.
Okay. And then just ask for Bart. He'll Bart will answer.
And again, it's this is what we want to do.
Okay.
Okay. And it's in the infancy again.
Okay.
All right.
In the planning stages.
Yeah. So it still has to go through the board. There's a lot of things that have to be done before that.
If you're looking to volunteer with the Salvation Army and maybe you're a golf aficionado, this might be your in.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I can help you organize this event.
Yeah.
I've done a bunch of golf scrambles. I've done this. I can help you organize it. So if you like to serve in that capacity, reach out to Bart here direct, and I'm sure he'll welcome you with open arms.
Absolutely.
So. Give out your phone number one more time, Bart, just so they can.
575-416-0881.
And if you're driving and don't remember any of that, if you go again to the Facebook page, shoot a message, say, I heard Bart, I didn't catch his number. Can you and they'll get you in touch with Bart to make sure that trust me, if you have a desire to volunteer, we'll figure out a way to get you in touch with somebody. That's not the hard part. And again, so you can start dropping off toys now, right? The new unwrapped toys. Thinking about what was the age limit you said on that?
0 to 12.
0 to 12. So you thinking what's the cap for 12? They like for boys. I know you can go. You're safe with sports equipment, balls, footballs, basketballs, things.
Rifles.
There you go. let the parents decide that one.
No rifles, please. No rifles.
But basketballs, baseballs, but things, and then whatever the latest. Whatever toys out, the GoBots or Transformer or whatever, G.I. Joe or I don't know. I don't have any kids, so I don't know the latest and greatest on the toys. But just think about it. Put it this way: my rule of thumb, when I walk through the toy lot, I'm like, yeah, that looks fun. I'd play with that. Then I get it. That's my rule because I'm not up on kids' latest and greatest toys. But don't I know. Some people like to go crazy and get bikes and stuff like that. Is that okay, or is
That's
that
okay?
Okay, cool.
Yes,
I didn't know because sometimes we're like, well, one kid's going to get a PlayStation, one kid's going to get a.
We get bikes every year.
Okay, cool.
We get
so the bigger toys too. If you'd like to donate, awesome. Bring them along. The Salvation Army would love to, and of course, if you want to donate items for the thrift store and all that too, because what doesn't help people in need directly, they turn around and sell and, use that money to help people directly. So, whenever you donate stuff, as long as it's serviceable, good stuff, whether it's not directly helping someone or either way, it's going to help. So whether they put that sweater on a person or somebody buys that sweater in the thrift store, it's helping the Salvation Army. Doesn't really matter.
And for Thanksgiving, which is closer, we have a need for more turkeys.
Okay.
So about 15 turkeys.
So if anyone like to donate turkeys, reach out.
Yes, and we're looking for 30 pies. And it doesn't matter if it's pumpkin, apple,
pecan, whatever.
Especially pecan.
Pecan.
That's good for this area.
Yeah. Well, between pecan and pumpkin, that's usually your battle over the pumpkin pie, or the Thanksgiving pie. Like, it's what the official one is. You're going to have the team pecan guys and gals, and then the team pumpkin people. And I'm going to lean pecan every time, but that's just me. I'm not a big pumpkin person, but
Key lime pie.
Key lime, yeah, that's a big.
Well, not to fight over them, I just get a little slice of each, and
There you go.
I'm okay.
Though if you put a piece of apple pie or and I'm a chocoholic, so anything with chocolate in it, I'm like if it's a chocolate pecan pie, I'll beat people up over that pie. I'll be like, no, you're not. That's my pie. I don't share so well on that one. But what's the store hour or the hours for folks there for the store and for folks that are just coming in that have needs?
Well, for the store itself, the best time is between 9:30 and 4:30.
Okay.
If they wanted to donate, things like that.
Okay.
Our office hours over at the main building, especially now, we're the only utility assistance that we have funding for right now is for gas.
Okay.
And we'll help families up to $150 one time.
Okay. So if they need like gas tanks filled and stuff and can't afford it for the coming winter here, you guys can help out a little bit with some of that.
We work directly with New Mexico Gas.
Okay, great.
So it doesn't go directly to the person.
Gotcha. But as far as if you need help with that, you can help directly.
So anything, if they're confused about any donations, especially like for food, for toys, for the Thanksgiving meals, for the pumpkin pies, the turkeys, they can deliver them to our main building, our admin building, which is our church building, and that's at 612 West College Boulevard.
Yeah. Yeah, if you just go on West College, you'll eventually run into everything there that the Salvation Army has. So think TPT, toys, pies, and turkeys. That's what they need. Like toilet paper? No. Later, with all the turkey, you might need the TP. But no. Toys, pies, and turkey. That's what
we've been known to give out toilet paper also.
Well, there was a time where it was gold.
Yes.
Where everybody in their oven line felt the need to wipe their butt all of a sudden, and we didn't have any toilet paper. So it might as well have been cash money that you had. It was about as valuable. What's got the higher exchange rate? Piece of toilet paper, $1 right now. I don't know. It's pretty neck and neck. But so please reach out. Volunteer. I know we're getting into that season, and people are always looking to where they can make a difference. And I would say Salvation Army's got lots of great opportunities for you, whether you want to volunteer and roll up your sleeves and participate in these events, or even if it's just, hey, I've got a bunch of toys to drop off, or here's some turkeys. This is blueberry pie. You'll like blueberry pie. Here's blueberry pie. By the way, I love blueberry pie. But anyway, please get involved. And then conversely, if you're having issues, if you're having, problems with gas, if you're, gas for your home, if you're having those kinds of issues in need or places to clothing, you need help, you need assistance, your Salvation Army is there to help and reach out there. We have a lot of great organizations that do help people here. Salvation Army is one of them. So maybe you've tried it somewhere else and didn't get the help you need. Come by the Salvation Army and see what they can do for you here. So, is there anything I missed? Anything we wanted to cover that we just skipped or spaced out on that you guys can think of?
I don't think so. But just the current, just remember our breakfast buffet fundraiser.
Yes. And that's the second.
It's a good repeat.
Second Saturday of every month at the facility there on West College.
Correct.
What time do y'all start? 7?
7 a.m.
7
to 11 a.m.
7 to 11. Come on out and get a breakfast buffet. $7. for adults, and then how much for the kids again?
$4.
$4, and then under 3 was free.
Yeah, it's either under 3 or under 4. I don't
Gotcha.
remember the age.
Go ahead, Bart.
Just to get one tiny little thing in, the Salvation Army motto is heart to man, hand to God. I mean, hand to man, heart to God.
Yep, I can. That feels very apropos there. So excellent. Well, thank you guys. Thank you for what you do. Appreciate that, and we would look forward to any time you guys come in. Well, it looks like we need to get you in a few times here in the fall as we get ready here for all these different Thanksgiving and Christmas events, and of course the bell ringers. When do you guys officially start hitting the streets for the bell ringers?
Oh, we officially start in 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Okay, so I couldn't remember if it was before or after Thanksgiving.
We'd rather have volunteers, but we do offer to pay. But we would rather have the volunteers because
that's
the
more money that helps.
Yes,
we got to pay. But we understand people. People got to eat too, and if that's. But if you'd like to volunteer, please reach out and talk to Major Mike here, and he'll be happy to get you.
And
going.
I just have the main number that people are to call.
Yes.
And that is at our office. It's 575-622-8700.
Yes. Call. Leave a voicemail if you don't get someone live. They'll get back with you too. And then of course, if you are a social media person and you prefer to contact that way, just type in Roswell NM Salvation Army in the Facebook search bar, and it'll be the first thing that pops up on your list. Follow it. That way you can stay up to date on what's going on. And then, of course, if you have questions or information or want to volunteer, you can shoot it through the messenger there on that Facebook as well, too.
Yes.
Good deal. Well, thank you, gentlemen. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you here next time, okay?
Yeah, sounds
Thank
good.
you.
All right. It is almost 9 o'clock already. Time's flying by. All right, quick commercial break before we get you into news. Don't go away.